everybody, it's Yvonne and Dexter back again with Freight Broker Chic, and I am here, of course, with the Master Trainer. so, thank you all again for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That helps us reach more people, and thank you for all of you that have been doing that. We just wanted to come on today. We've had an interesting week. We're training a lot of new agents, as you know, and today we had an interesting, or not today, but this past week, interesting situations with some of our new agents that kind of threw them for a loop. We had one truck that ended up, the equipment broke down on the way to the origin, to the pickup. Well, we got that resolved. Then, after he picked up the load, it broke down, and it was a 2,000-mile trip. It broke down on the way to the consignee. So we had that one. And then we also had a hazmat load with another new person just coming out of training. We were training her, and she was so happy she got her first load, and then got that, call from the driver or the dispatcher saying that her truck, her equipment had broken down as well. And so it was just an interesting week. I think even Dexter said he'd never even heard of a truck breaking down in all his experience on the way to the origin and then on the way to the consignee. So I told him, so I told him, I said, well, let's come on and kind of walk us through what we did. Of course, the master trainer handled it like the knowledgeable logistics specialist that he is. But I just wanted him to share a little bit about that, especially for some of you new people that may not have experienced that yet. Because trust me, you will. At some point, your equipment is going to break down.
Yeah. So, okay, if the load has not been picked up yet and the carrier breaks down on the way to the load, first thing is finding out how far away he is from the actual origin, what was his ETA in actually picking up, how bad of a situation is it? Are we talking about a blown tire here, or are we talking about an airline being disabled? Those are easy fixes that could be taken care of by a roadside crew that just comes out and gives roadside service as far as tires, air hoses, and simple mechanical fixes. Now, if it's something more serious, like a rod has been thrown in the engine or transmission has gone out, well, that's the time to, unfortunately, since the driver has not picked up the load yet, to probably think about reposting the load back out and seeing if you can recover with a different carrier. And explain to the carrier, you had the load, but I still have to service my customer, and I'm sorry that this happened to you, but I still have to make sure that this load gets picked up. So in that instance, if the breakdown was severe enough, I would go on and repost the load out and see if I could cover it with another carrier and see if I could get the carrier in there by the time to the origin to the load before the day ends, before closing.
So basically, on a situation like that, you're saying that, which we did, you gather the information from the driver
or the dispatcher,
let them ascertain, so you don't really reach out to the customer and go, oh my God.
No, you don't let the customer know anything. You don't let the because you don't want to put your customer in a panic. This could be an easily taken care of situation. Brokers are always dropping one carrier off of a load and picking up another carrier, or carriers are always dropping the load on the broker and forcing the broker to have to find another carrier. So it's a usual process that sometimes you have to recover the load once, twice, maybe even 3 times, depending on the lane and the severity and what's going on with it. Now, if the carrier has already picked up the load and he is going down the road with your load and he breaks down on the way to the actual consignee or destination, that's a whole different ball game. Now we need to really know a lot more information, because you're going to have to be forthcoming with your customer. You need to know exactly where the truck is broke down, how far away it is from the actual destination, what is the severity of the actual breakdown, where is the truck being repaired to, where is it being towed, is the load that has been pulled, is it secure? and also a ETA on how much ETA on the repair work. How long is it going to take to repair, and when will the truck be up and running? Now, if it seems that it's a serious problem, you might have to talk to the carrier about either sending another truck, another tractor, another working tractor and a driver to actually replace that one, or they might have to look at rental options of renting out an actual rental tractor from the local or nearby to actually switch out their broken tractor with theirs.
Okay, so you're saying on the other end, if it's a breakdown on the way to the consignee, that it really is the responsibility of the carrier
Yes.
to figure out what we're going to do here.
Well, that's what you're carrying. You, as a broker, you're paying the carrier for the carrier service. The carrier, what the carrier does is pick up the load and move it. So if a breakdown occurs, then it is on the carrier because it's his equipment, it's his machinery.
He's taking ownership.
Right, and you've actually paid him for his service. So it's just like if you were taking a plane fight and the plane for some reason was found to have problems. They say, hey, we're not going to let y'all use this plane. We're calling in another plane. It's going to be a 30-minute delay while we get you this other plane on the route one way because this one feel like it's got some maintenance issues. Nobody wants to fly on a plane that isn't working properly, and you don't want to put your freight on a truck that isn't working properly. And if that truck is not working properly, it is the carrier's responsibility to replace the equipment, the broken equipment, or get that truck repaired to get the delivery made.
Right, and that's a great point because initially they had told our agent, the trainee, she's just coming out of training, and she called me in a panic. She's like, well, he's saying he wants to take the load back. I was like, no. He can't take the load back. He can't turn around and take the load. I mean,
how's he going to take the load back if he's already broken down?
He's already broken down, and it's going at 10 miles an hour and running hot. I mean, that is just a disaster. That's a disaster waiting to happen.
Right.
So we were like, no. And that's when I had her. I said, call Dexter, and he'll tell you what to do.
And I did.
Yeah, you did. He did. So what was their solution?
Well,
once you said you can't take it back.
Well, luckily they understood they couldn't take it back. We made that clear that they were going to stay underneath the load and to find out what the estimated time of repair was going to be, where the truck was, location, where it was going to be towed to, who's working on it, driver's name, everything. So if your customer does ask you any of these pertinent questions, that you'll be able to answer them. And of course, the customer always wants to know what's going on with their freight because, what a lot of people don't understand is that when a customer trusts you with his freight, they're trusting you with their own wallet. This is the way they make money too. They make money off of selling the freight that's inside that truck. So they're entrusting you with the well-being of their company. They're entrusting you with their product. And if you're a good broker and a good carrier, you want to make sure that you give them both good service at a good price too. Okay. So it's always the carrier's responsibility to get that truck rolling though, and the thing is the carrier should update the broker so the broker can update the customer about the actual status of the load. But hopefully the truck will get repaired in time and will make the delivery on time as it states on the load tender.
And they did. And I will come back and say, after we kind of pressed them and said, no, you can't do that. You got to hold it, we sent you a contract. You're on a contract to move it. And so they did. And once we got that cleared up, they were right on it. They gave us all updates, both of the loads that ended up breaking down. And we went on to have a successful delivery on both of those loads. So I think one we got delivered, the hazmat load, and another is going to be delivering on Monday because of the weekend. The consignee was not open over the weekend, but the vehicle was repaired, and we will have a smooth transition in unloading coming Monday morning. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. And if you ever have a problem like that, now you kind of know what to do. But we just started our this training July 27th, and we don't have the August date yet, but I'll post that soon. So I'll have that information in comments on how you can reach out to me and get in touch with me, and we'll definitely be having another training in August. So thank you again, and I'm going to give him another yay for that awesome instructions to us. it kind of calmed everybody down, and they were like, thank you, thank you, thank you, because it can throw you for a loop, especially if you're new to the business. You've never had that happen before. You got a customer's product that's thousands and thousands of dollars, that they've entrusted you with, and now the truck is broke down. And they were like, oh my God. But we were like, calm down, we got you. And so it did. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Our goal is always to make sure that our customer is happy. And that helps with having a great carrier base. So again, unless you have any closing remarks, good?
No, I'm good.
All right, well, thank you so much, and we will see you next time here on Freight Broker Chic. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I can't see because she's trying to call him.
Man, just give it a second.
All right.